Thank you, PB. Now welcome back to CBC News. Today I will be interviewing Winston Churchill. Welcome, Winston.
Hello.
Hello there.
Hello.
Good, how are you?
Amazing.
Okay, so for our first topic, why did you not support Poland in the war as a Prime Minister of Britain?
I do not want to join the war with Nazi Germany and Poland immediately because having Germany as an enemy at the time was quite enough. And also because I wanted to drag the Soviet Union and through the war so much as we could for Britain's benefit.
Wow. How did your actions benefit your country?
Well, the invasion of the Soviet Union benefited Britain greatly in terms of acquiring a powerful ally to open conflict with Nazi Germany.
And how did you become the Prime Minister of England?
I became a Prime Minister of England during decisions because the Prime Minister of England at the time, Neville Chamberlain, was not suited to become Prime Minister in wartime.
So, during the war, why were you so concerned about Europe's actions?
I was so concerned about Europe's actions because Hitler became more and more aggressive in their citizens by arguing the government to be more proactive against Hitler, which included for an early call of conscription.
So then why did you start to visit London regularly?
I could have removed myself from an area of German bombing, but I refused to because I wanted to stay along beside those who suffered. I also took the role of controlling the military issues.
Wow, that's a great risk. Well, I thank you very much for joining us today. We would love to have you back again soon.
My pleasure.
And back to us. Now let's take a commercial break and come back to CBC News in a few minutes. Thank you.
I am so hungry. Aren't you, Alyssa?
Yes.
My mom went to the store today and she bought great products, like Oreos.
A great source of calcium.
Tube tubes, made with real fruit. And potato chips.
And which store was these products from?
Of course, the only store, Longo's.
We're back, and now speaking to a Canadian citizen who lived through the war. Hello, Lisa.
Yes, hello, thank you for having me here today.
So now, were the Canadian citizen options and thoughts listened to when Canada was deciding whether or not to join the war?
Families were expected to work in factories, agriculture, and replace men who had joined the forces. Some children were sent all around the country looking for a safe place to live. Eventually, those who survived reunited with their families.
So civilians' actions towards World War II, do you think they helped or strengthened an international reputation?
Yes, although our contributions weren't exactly on the battlefield, what we did contribute to what happened at the battlefield, so yes.
All right, Lisa, thank you so much for sharing your story and information with us.
It's my pleasure.
Hello? What? It got moved to Wednesday? Oh, okay. So it's on Monday now. The teacher changed it? Okay. Thank God for technology these days.
Back to CBC News. My name is Crystal, and this morning I will be interviewing Sergeant Gordon Bannerman. Sergeant.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Having you here today, Crystal.
Oh, it's my pleasure, Sergeant. So please tell me, what occurred in August when the Canadian Army went into action at the Gothic Line?
There was a tremendous amount of shell fires in the air at Mount Magori. They blanketed the valley with mortars, coming in by the hundreds. It was a disaster. We continued fighting until we hit the railways, and until one of my dear fellows passed away in front of my eyes.
How did you and your other fellow soldiers react to the German attack in April?
The Germans called very close to our quarters. Some of my fellows were shooting, while others were beating the Germans with their bare fists. In the end, we lost. With 2 killed and 30 wounded, it was a very depressing day for all our troops, a day you cannot forget.
How did the Red Cross help you soldiers in the war?
They came from the previous battle. German aides with white flags and red crosses ran in and took care of the 30 wounded soldiers. Once the men were okay, German aide gave them a cigarette. Our General Hofmeister came and congratulated us on our tremendous efforts of the previous day.
I see. Who was the main soldier that affected you the most when he passed?
I'd have to say my best friend Armin Payan. Me and him were best friends. We went to school together, we played hockey together, we played ball together, and we enlisted in World War I together on the same day. Over time, our path changed and we grew apart. Then one day on our final battle of World War II, we saw each other face to face in the middle of the field. And we both said the exact words of, "By God, I'm glad to see you." And he knew how close I was to death the day before. So it made me extremely happy and emotional to see my best friend, Armin Payan.
That is absolutely heartwarming. Thank you for coming to talk to us today.
No problem.
Thank you for watching our show today on World War II. We are very thankful for everyone who came out. Hopefully you have learned how Canadians' actions during World War II have contributed to strengthening our international reputation by making Canada more independent, showing the world Canada does not back down until the fight is finished, and allowing needs to be met and thoughts to be heard of the people back at home. Thank you, and have a great day.